we have this issue going on. In our rural lands, in our neighborhoods, we are under attack. Farmers and ranchers are under attack, rural lands and public roads are being locked up, and our freedom is being stolen here in the Bay Area with massive plans. Fact, the United Nations is in our government. Fact, the United Nations agenda for the 21st century on sustainable development is here, and it's alive, and it's real. And this means massive change for you and me. They will count everything in the form of greenhouse gases. They will claim it's global warming, sustainable development, and really what this is population control and control of every aspect of our lives.
Speaker, I'd like to take a moment to thank Chairman Fassell and Mr. Broomfield, Mr. Yatron and Mr. Bereiter, the chair and ranking member of the subcommittee, and the members of the Foreign Affairs Committee for their assistance in expediting consideration of this legislation. The Earth Summit Environmental Leadership Act, as this is known, presents us with an opportunity to follow up on the important work of the Earth Summit to develop its blueprint, Agenda 21, for global environmental action. HCON Res 353 outlines a comprehensive national strategy for sustainable development in accordance with the principles of Agenda 21 to be coordinated under the leadership of a specific office and at the direction of a high-level government official. The resolution also urges the United States to identify and initiate further agreements to protect the global environment and to support the creation of a high-level United Nations Sustainable Development Commission headed by an Undersecretary General. Third and lastly, the President is urged to report to Congress on the progress made on with this action. HCON Res 353 is supported by the administration. I have been in contact with the appropriate offices of the State Department and have incorporated their suggestions into the resolution. The 71 co-sponsors of this measure include one-half the members of the Foreign Affairs Committee and all of the House delegates to the Earth Summit. It is also supported by the major United States non-governmental organizations concerned with the environmental issues. The Earth Summit presented world leaders with an opportunity that should not be lost. We must now embark on a new course that will sustain our planet and its resources for the benefit of future generations. This resolution calls on the United States to assert its leadership to achieve this goal. I urge my colleagues to support this resolution. Thanks again to the members of the Foreign Affairs Committee for their recognition of the importance and timeliness of this resolution. We must make the promise of Rio a reality. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
I had to go see for myself. We're told all the time that we're conspiracy theorists. And I wanted to see with my own two eyes what this United Nations Agenda 21 Sustainable Development Rio +20 celebration was all about. Here's my official United Nations badge, so maybe I'm now a universal global citizen. And what I saw as a corporate event planner was more waste, more hypocrisy, and more lies than I've ever seen in my entire lifetime put together. When I asked people from other countries about Agenda 21 and asked them if they had heard of it before, I got laughed at. I got told, oh my, we've been talking about it for over 20 years. Really, the idea was, or the sensation I got from other people was, where are you? You're behind the times. I also asked about ICLEI, the International Council on Local Environmental Initiatives, otherwise known as Local Authorities for Sustainable Development. I was told that they are one of the most powerful groups in the world, that they partner with not only special interest groups like the Sierra Club, Greenbelt Alliance, but they also partner with local governments and bring groups together to create policy. This is an unelected group of people now creating policy within the United States. More things that I saw at the Rio Earth Summit, more buses than I've seen in a lifetime together in one area. The closest hotel was an hour away. The furthest hotel was 3 hours away. So for a conference that was supposed to be about saving the earth, it was hardly about saving the earth. It was more about creating change, massive change. Government and special interest groups, non-government organizations, want our behavior to change, not theirs. Even though they can have this massive conference, they can fly all over the world and do other conferences to say that global warming is alive and real. They spend massive amounts of greenhouse gases to get places, but their behavior is not changing, but ours is. Cass Sunstein, one of Obama's very first appointed czars, wrote a book called Nudge. Cass Sunstein is an attorney. He's married to Samantha Power. Samantha Power believes in genocide. Her husband, Cass, believes that animals, we should be their guardians, not their owners. Because if you're their guardian, then the animals can sue you. They can have their own attorneys and they can sue you. Cass Sunstein also wants to see away with guns and hunting. So in his book, he calls for people to be Homer Simpson-like. In other words, we all have a bit of duh to us, a bit of stupidity. And if we have a bit of stupidity in us, you can take advantage of it. And you can nudge people in the direction that you want them to go. For example, open space. So we've been in